No, I didn't choose the road this time. The road chose me. It's just a last-ditch effort to insist that I'm free. And I always let you be you, so just let me be me. No, I didn't choose the road this time. The road chose me. The road chose me.
The void is J. Patrick Morgan, John Morgan, Pharaoh Man. The wise men say, dude, getting all prepared there. Yeah. These things supposed to happen in this timeline. Maybe in another timeline they ain't supposed to happen, but in this timeline they're supposed to happen. Temporal Rick, originally from Saturday Night Lunatic, and you are stepping into the Electric Scooter Road Show and end of days discussion and even some real apolitical news there. Yeah, step for the next video clip. Yeah.
Right. Here we go. That's right. Emperor Rick said that these things are going to take place. What we're doing is stepping into episode 9 of the Electric Scooter Road Show pre-series. This is the last one that's called pre-series, because the next time you see an Electric Scooter Road Show, I'll be on the road, for better or worse. Even if I'm not officially on the road moving, I'll be camping. What it is, mainly, is the landlady did not take into consideration all the things that I had fixed on my own, instead of demanding that she'd spend money or do this, that, or send some repair person in. She's pushing me out because I agreed that I was going to be out on the 15th, and I only paid rent to the 15th. And she's going to push me out officially tomorrow, Monday. So, you have this deal where some people just don't have a level of consideration and appreciation for somebody's situation, and that's where we all have to adapt. You just don't really know who's going to have your back and who's not, and you have to learn to do for yourself. I realize in the end of days discussion part of these things that yeah, I know I'm probably bugging you with shifting around, pacing under lights. You might not be ready to give it all to God, and that's your responsibility for your spirituality, whatever spirituality you happen to select. But at least while you're not ready to take it to the dedication level that I said that I was going to do, and I mean what I say in no sense, you still have to realize that you can't depend on anybody else, especially government and all the entities associated with today's 2021 government. Your Constitution doesn't hold quite as much weight as it would have 10, 20 years ago, as far as what you fight for and your rights, and if you're doing it properly and so on. The basis of this show is learning how to depend on yourself. And adapt in a lot of ways. You see the inflation and the coercion and all of the different things that are going on that hinders your ability to move on through life. So you just have to get it into your mind that you need to figure out and adapt to different ways to survive in these end of days times. Even if you don't believe it's end of days times, the events are out there. They're happening now all over the place. The shortages and inflation and natural disasters like the Kentucky tornado, all of those things, you can expect them to happen. They happen. You can have all the optimism in the world and they still happen. And you have to know what to do, or, survival of the fittest. If you don't want to adapt, you're not going to survive. And this show is about survival. It may be traveling, and it may be promoting some off-grid products, and it may be having some entertainment in it, here and there, a reality show, because life's going to throw anything at me that I might not expect to. I have to mean what I say and say what I mean and lead by example and show you that I'm not just talking out my butthole, and so on and so forth. Okay, see, these cupboards have already been slightly emptied with food that's going with me on the road. Um, and so, yeah, got all my spices and everything for my cooking in a plastic bag. You got to tie up things when you're on the road. Rainstorms may happen. You may not be 100% protected from the rainstorm until you step off to the side and pop up my canopy and this, that, So a lot of things that you absolutely cannot get wet, like cell phones and electronics and stuff like that. You've got to have some kind of rain protection from. I'm going to be living in a tent, and I'm going to be on the road. I'm not going to be in shelter places, like this place that has electricity. My lights will be powered by a battery with solar panels connected to it and a power inverter and, a battery. And there'll be a backup plug-in charger for when the days just aren't sunny enough for the solar panels to be effective. It's all about preparedness. Prepared, not scared. Hashtag faith over fear. Hashtag I will survive. I'm living it. I'm not just talking about it, I'm living it. And so that's where we're going with this. In the next couple of clips, there'll be closing comments towards the end. You'll still get your alter ego parody commentary, so like dude. So yeah, I'll be slipping into the alter ego character for that, and I'll be playing a brief piece of music, as always. And There'd be a couple of quick clips where I show you what I've done so far and how things are pretty much as ready to go as they're going to be. And if anything happens to not be ready, I gotta suck it up because I gotta go. I'm not prepared for some parts of going, but I'm going anyways, even not being prepared for some parts of going. So pay attention to the next few clips, not just for the pieces of entertainment, but for your information. And I'm not just saying it, I'm going to be showing you. So, like, dude, alter ego here, and welcome to my philosophical commentary, so like dude. And a wise band did say, it's Christmas time. I think several wise bands said it's Christmas time. And we need to love and care about each other. Christmas time and for the rest of the year or something. Because, like, dude, it's not always about you, and it's not always about me. And we should expect that these things that we run into are going to happen, and we need to face them head on, dead on. Or I was going to say something like J. Patrick Morgan says, to adapt and prepare and so on, because you think that these things that we talk about can't happen. But a wise band also once said #yes from the #90125 album. It can happen to you. It can happen to me. It can happen to everyone eventually. So you happen to say it can happen today, and it happens in everyone in every way. #wise band say. So, dude, take this philosophical note and hold it in your mind, because all kinds of things are going to be happening soon that you and me have no control over. No control. Like when I don't have any control over anything or something. Because, man, the man, you can't trust the man. You gotta trust yourself, man. You gotta trust the man upstairs. And you just can't trust the man, man. Never trust the man. And this has been Alterego with the philosophical commentary. So, dude. So people are saying that, hey, wear a Christmas hat, do something Christmassy, put some lights up, this and that and the other thing. I've never been much of a Christmas person last few years. Ask my younger brothers when I stayed with them last. Ask lots of other people. I've put very little focus on Christmas, other than recognizing that Christ was born and sent to teach us something and give us a message. And that message was never murder people that refuse to be Christian, or a lot of things that the church and stuff became over a couple of millennia since the Son of God was on earth. But I do try to have a Christmas spirit, as most people look at Christmas and stuff, but it's a little harder on me with some of the things that I've learned. And so, yeah, I'm adhering to what people said, to do something Christmassy. Wear a Santa hat, this and that and the other thing. Christmas is on its way. An electric scooter roadshow wants to encourage all of you to have goodwill, to seek peace, and to just love each other, not necessarily with material gifts, but recognizing when people have needs and need a little help with something, and you know, being forgiving and enjoying your family while you gather for Christmas is very important. A lot of feuds go on in families, and it kind of wrecks holidays. We don't want that to happen on your Christmas endeavors and stuff. But so I'm doing a song for Electric Scooter Roadshow pre-series episode 9 for Christmas, and I'm wearing the Santa hat. And this song is an original called "Trying to Be Christmassy." Just trying to be Christmassy, even though Christmas doesn't seem like what it used to be. Wanna love you, and I hope you really wanna love me. Sometimes it's hard to be Christmassy. Yes, it's really hard to be Christmassy. Trying to be happy. Happiness is what Jesus wants us to be. We want our hearts to be set free with the love we need. Be set free with the love we need. Just trying to be Christmassy. Trying to give hope for you, 'cause that's what the Lord tells me to do. All these trials, no, they're nothing new. Just trying to give hope to you. Just trying to give hope to you. Just trying to give love to you. That's what I've been taught to do, and that's what you should be doing too. I'm just trying to give hope to you. I'm just trying to give love to you. That's what I've been taught to do, and that's what you should be doing too. Just trying to be Christmassy. Christmas doesn't seem really the same to me. Just want the love of Christ to set me free and set you free. It doesn't have to be anything you think it has to be. Just trying to be Christmassy. Just trying to be Christmassy. Everybody try to be Christmassy. God's love from me to you and you to me. Alright, that is definitely the copyright just now, Christmas. Alright, it's time for the closing thoughts part of the episode 9 of Electric Scooter Roadshow pre-series. Yes, this is the final pre-series episode. When you see me come on with Electric Scooter Roadshow next time, it will be episode 1 of the Electric Scooter Roadshow. No pre-series, no nothing else, just Electric Scooter Roadshow. We'll probably include some end of days discussion and a real apolitical news, and you'll have the two characters I've been doing lately that was from the original Wise Man Say YouTube channel, Temporal Rick and Alterego. We might even have a couple extra characters coming back from those time periods as time goes on, and maybe even a new character. Still wearing the Santa hat. Yes, I'm still wearing the Santa hat. Uh, yeah, uh, as I've stated all along, it's a multifaceted thing. The main purpose is to actually show you that I'm not all talk. I mean, the last 10 years probably, I've been telling people that you need to be more self-reliant because of things that are going to be happening in the future. You need to be less dependent on the system, because anything can happen with this system. They throw all kinds of things at us. You need to be survival mode. Think about having backup water in case your water supply is poisoned. Think about having backup heat. If your electricity goes out, having backup food. There's say things about shortages. They say things about hackers trying to take the ATM systems down and all these different things. Maybe they're just trying to scare us, but maybe there's something to it, and these things could happen. What are you going to do if you can't go to an ATM? You better have some backup food, or you're going to starve, or you're going to beg for somebody to save you, government to save you, whatever. God wants us to pray for our safety and for our, when we have needs and when we're hurting and so on. God wants us to pray, but in terms of life events, He wants us to use wisdom. And it was wisdom when it was spoken to the Egyptian king that you'll have 7 years of good years, and during those years you want to save and store up for 7 very bad years, in order to save your Egyptian society and so on. You want to be prepared for hardships and so on. That was actually sent in a dream to the king, and it was interpreted by Joseph, that was going to happen. But it's also wisdom. God wants you to use wisdom as well as praying, as well as living right, and or at least making the effort, because we're all human and we make mistakes. But living right is important. But He wants you to use wisdom. He doesn't want you to sit and say, "Oh, God will just protect me." He wants you. If man does not work, then he shall not eat. He wants you to do for yourself. He wants you to choose wisdom and use wisdom in your walks. You have to accept that you're expected to do things too. You can't just expect God to do all of it and you do nothing. You're expected to do things for your family, for your survival, for your thriving, for your needs and your wants. You're expected to do something also. It's not just going to be handed to you. I mean, there's a lot of gifts from God that are just handed to you, but not everything is going to be handed to you. You are in this world, but not of this world. But since you're in this world, you have to use a worldly wisdom and know that you have to go out and find a job if you don't have a job, or learn skills. You need to know how to cook. And you need to know how to keep your things clean, and how to care for people who are sick, care for yourself if you're sick. Use wisdom along with your prayers and along with your faith that God has you. You need to take action, and you need to use wisdom. And that's what the Electric Scooter Roadshow is all about. And I'm going to be living it and not just talking about it like the last 10 years. I did lots of things. I did, practice what I preach to a certain extent. But now it's time to go to extremes and show you survival mode, show you, if I can do it when I'm handicapped and older and have a lot of infirmities, and I'm stubborn and prideful like a lot of humans are, and if I can do it and be prepared, not scared, have faith over fear, and get out there and adapt in a survival sense on the bare bones and the basics and not a lot of material things, then lots of you can do it. You just got to change your mindset. These material things really mean nothing if you don't have food in your stomach and you're starved to death, if you're dying of thirst, if you're freezing to death because you didn't prepare for a power outage and you have a backup propane heater and stuff. Those parts are as much on you as they are on God, and if you seek God, God will tell you to do those things. To help yourself. He will instruct people to get rid of a skin disinfection by going and bathing in a certain kind of water that had certain minerals in it. He will instruct people to leave Bethlehem before the king has firstborn killed all throughout the city, because they're going after the Christ child. They don't want the Christ child to exist, and say God will tell you to get up and get out of town. God will tell you to prepare for hardships. God will tell you all this because that's wisdom. And you can do it by following God's instruction, but you can also do it by knowing something that you already know. And what I want to do is teach you some things that you should know that's going to help you be prepared for all of this. So this is kind of the longest closing statement that I've done for Electric Scooter Roadshow, because this ends the pre-series, and there'll be a new door open for the Electric Scooter Roadshow that's not the pre-series. That's actual road and actual camping and actual off-grid stuff. And Merry Christmas. I'm taking this red hat off. I don't need this red hat. Merry Christmas. Bless you. I love all of you. J. Patrick Morgan, Electric Scooter Roadshow. The wise man say, dude. On the turning away from the pained and downtrodden, and the words that they say that we won't understand. Don't accept what is happening as just a case of other suffering, or you'll find that you're joining in the turning away.